Today I'm going to show you how to make pom-poms out of crochet yarn. You can put them on hats or mittens and things like that. All you need is a piece of cardboard. This is a drink box. Something to make a circle, and then something to make a smaller circle inside that circle, a pen or pencil, and some yarn. So first, you'll want to make a circle. So you just trace your soup can all the way around, and then you're going to need another circle. So you just trace it all the way around. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? So then you take your quarter or whatever and make your smaller circle right in the middle. And again, it doesn't have to be exact, just as, fairly close. And then you do the same over here. Okay, now you want to cut them out. And like I said, if you aren't exactly straight, that's okay. It'll still turn out just fine. The outside's easy, but the little inner circle is a little harder to cut out. I'll show you that here in a minute. The reason you use this cardboard is because when you're done, you can just tear it off the pom-pom and you're done with it. Some people use CDs and things like that, but I think this is just easier. Okay. Now to get the little middle circle, what you can do is just kind of bend it like that and cut. Where you can get your scissors in and just cut around. And don't worry if it's not perfect, it will still work. I told you these were a little harder. Okay. And to do this one, don't cut too hard because you'll cut all the way through it. But you just want to get you a little hole there. The first time I saw this, I was quite surprised how easy it was to make such a cute little thing. This right here is really the hardest part of the whole pom-pom, believe it or not. Okay. Now, what you do now, you put them like that, and you get your yarn, and you want to use a long string, and like this size, the soup can size circle will make this size pom-pom. So if you cut your string and you run out, don't worry, you can just add more to it. But the longer string is harder to work with, so what you can do is just cut you about mid-size string. You get your circles, and you do go like that, and you pull it through, and you just keep doing that. Pull it through. What we're going to do is just keep going. Get it really close together so there's no gaps in it. And then you just keep going and going all the way around. See how the shorter string is easier than a really long string? We'll probably have to use 2, maybe 3. And you just keep going and going. Can you see how close that is? Okay. Okay, I wanted to show you here, we're about out of string. So when you pull it on through there and you're running out, you just hold your finger over the end and just start your new string right there. And you just keep going over and it will stay in place. Just finishing up wrapping around the wheel here. And if you wanted a really thick pom-pom, you could just go and do another section all the way around again. But I'm just going to finish up this little piece of string I have here. And then we'll show you how to do it. Okay, now what you'll do is you'll take your scissors and you'll just snip right at the edge here a little bit of yarn to expose the cardboard underneath. And then what you want to do is you want to separate that and just put your scissors right through there and just cut all the way around. And as you cut, you want to be sure and hold it all together still. It'll kind of spring apart, but just keep it all together. And you want to cut all the way around. Just go and then be sure to keep all of it together. Get a little bit of the cardboard there. And you'll really be surprised how something this easy can make such a cute thing. And it doesn't really take a lot of time, and it's super easy. I need some sharper scissors. Be sure and keep them all together so they don't go through. And you can even, if you wanted to, lay them down like that and cut around like that. You could do that too. It's just whichever's easiest for you. I like to do it like this because I can see better what I'm actually doing. Okay. Now you want to lay it down like that. Get a piece of yarn. Not really long, but you want to get a long one because this is actually what's going to attach your pom-pom to whatever you're attaching it to. So you slide it through the cardboard like that, all the way around. And then you just tie a knot. And you want to tie the knot fairly tight because that's what holds it all together. Okay? So you tie the knot, and then come back around and tie one on the other side. Okay. Now, we've got that done. You can just tear or cut if you want to, whichever, the cardboard right off. Well, I'll cut it. You just take that off like that. And then, same thing over here. And then if you have any loose strings, you can just tie them off. But here's our little pom-pom. And like I said, if you want it bigger, you just use a bigger circle initially. And you can use this and you can tie it to your hat or whatever.